Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. You. Switch.
A first carry for the former Falcon. Tevin Coleman takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
You don't want nothing, baby. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me. 36.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. 11.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. Right back to Coleman here on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
some of the most unselfish players on any football team? Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
21. Bravo.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Set, ready, 50, plant. Right there, 56. I got one. Look at me, zipper. 5.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Ready? 56 is the mic. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, high 7. The mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Drop deep. No. 56. Mike, 56.
2nd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
What? Squeeze. Hey, Charlie. Watch out. Hey, check 24. Go out. Check nickel. Tight dog. Hey, snap.
Second. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Back to throw now on first down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Go. Ready?
2nd and 5. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, 30, past the 20. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gold to add the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Niners 13, Bengals nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So they throw the picks at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Safety's creeping. Rush in. They go.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
It's a gain of 11. And the Bengals first down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Bengals nothing.
Ready, set. 56. Mike 56. Check back. Hey, Haywood. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Come on. Go. Shoot.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here we go.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here we go. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here we go, here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Line 36. Line 36. I got you.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week.
Aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Blue down, blue down. Hatch it, hatch it. 5.
They're going to look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy.
Slam, slam, slam. Hey, Sam off.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Leo. Check 3, check 3, check 3, check 3. Rock it. 36.
2nd and 14. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep downfield for... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 13-7. quarterback will the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Line 36. Line 36.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He goes full extension, and he's got it. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end.
Here we go. 180. Check 55.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Handoff, Coleman, right side. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Coleman. Von Bell up to make the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
21. 81.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
1 Omaha. Line 36. Line 36.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Go. Check. Now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Switches. Look at me. Go. Watch the way. Zoom. Check 99.
They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, wahoo! Hard! Watch the ship, watch the ship.
2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of after one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. That's taken at around the 40. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Called out a return of 38. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Here we go.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Bengals take over.
We play and win. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Joe Mixon, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
65, 65. 54. Mike, 5. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check. 2.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman with now his 2nd touchdown. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold with the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Fielded at the 43. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. And it's the Steelers who've moved out in front in that ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Don't be scared of it. Kill.
I even have enough blockers, I do not know.
On 1st down.
Oh, damn. You
This one complete to Coleman.
that jukebox
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
dangerous.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Oh, in between.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
One Omaha. 36 to Mike. Walk quick.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him.
Good man holding on
And
to
he gets it
that.
down
Who
to
was
the
that?
32.
Didn't even know
9
he called
yards to
that.
pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option
that was
for Jimmy
Pettis.
Garoppolo.
And it's
Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. Garoppolo on 1st down. Completes it to Coleman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide
Coleman can
receiver,
get
tight
another
end, but
one.
running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's put that team on. Watch twin. Alert flare.
On 2nd down now. It's Coleman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Damn, I'm happy I put his extra.
Tevin Coleman. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game as his guys continue to pour it on.
Off, yeah. Timing field goals when you're in a completely different country is very hard. Must be hard for them as well, but I don't know. I struggle. Always like, look, I'm gonna end up timing this way, watch. See, always happens. I miss field goal horribly, and then I'm able to do this.
This will be taken in at the 1.
Damn, he almost did something there.
19-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Do I trade Richard Sherman though? Because if I can get Antonio Brown, especially
The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the
Sherman just
scoreboard,
takes
certainly needing
away
to
half the
avoid
field.
what happened
Apart
on
from
the
that,
last drive, punting the
play
football.
action.
Sense of urgency
Max
has
protect.
to take over for them
Oh,
here.
good
They
throw.
know the
That was a
score.
great throw.
They know the
That was a
situation.
good throw.
And by the way,
That was a
punter
very
no
good throw.
longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive. They need
That was a very
points.
good throw.
Big time.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Oh, a blitz. Oh, no. Yes!
Nowhere to escape, and he goes
Thank you.
down.
I was stuck on the defensive
D4.
line.
just would not be denied. That's a loss of...
I've got my button side, yeah.
Following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Wrong trigger.
They'll set up a throw. And a big loss here as he's
honestly, this
taken
defense
down.
is so fast.
D Ford able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that?
In his defense.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection. That's for
sure. Joe Mixon to minus 17 yards.
And it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Actually, no, I'm good enough for pass defense.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey. Look, squeeze. Hey, high 7.
So even when I wanted to do, I wanted to use the right trigger to go over the top, but we'll start with.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. He gets this one to board. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. So they'll trudge off the field.
I actually need to see, because I feel like if I can get it.
4th down conversion.
There'll be a lot of analysis there on the
it'd be a waste
sidelines.
to
Was it the right call?
he has a hidden
Was it
depth
against
trait
the
as well.
right
I don't know how Nick
defense?
Bosa has a hidden
Should
depth
they
trait.
even go
89
for it
as
at
well.
all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game?
Hidden
A lot of questions to be answered by them.
crosses.
The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll wind up incomplete.
Okay, so Pettis has some speed.
It's 2nd down. 4th
Well, that was
quarter, you
QB
got the
control.
big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some
Debo,
clock and
I'm
making
pretty
sure you're
sure he can
taking
do
care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
What was that animation?
Yard line taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Garoppolo now.
Are you sick? Oh, wow, Coleman. The way he accelerates.
At the line. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background.
Let's just go for this.
Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? And
Oh,
indicator,
wow.
right?
Thank you. I'm going to miss. I'm
Yeah,
missing.
Whether the play's on or not, how about the indicators offensive linemen give?
I missed.
They're gonna run a screen pass.
I literally I can't hit field goals.
No game.
I genuinely can't hit field goals.
Deciphered
I
it
don't know
and
why.
finished the play off.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Running.
Let's make these babies cry. Go ahead, man. Tighten up. Get it.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh my
Let's
God.
talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Oh.
2nd and 4. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
No!
Incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there.
I didn't.
but it'll
What
be
even
3rd
happened there? Why
down.
does the receiver just stop
Another
running?
incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't
Wait,
he? You don't
why'd
think
you
about
jump?
it much in a game like
Wasn't
this,
for
but he's
sure,
showing
yes.
incredible leadership. Still competing,
man.
still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Richard Sherman, man.
Shot
He
taken
gets
on
over there.
3rd down, but it's going to wind up
Wait for this.
incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
How has Armstead not got a sack? Nick Bosa has been doing all. And Ford.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Kevin Huber now. And look at this, it's a fake.
No, he got it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So they snap it straight to
He actually got it, man. Come on, bro. You can't let him get yards like that after the catch.
Because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes this will use a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands. He's able to pick up the first down.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Catch it! Thank you.
Intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tre'Davious Moore, and he'll take this back.
Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my
You just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face
Richard
mask.
Sherman and get a B.
There certainly is,
I
and
just keep
probably
Richard
way
Sherman
too
and do
much,
what I have.
because now he's probably
I do not
doubting
know what
himself
to
a
do.
little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Check 31, check 31. Go, go.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check right, check right.
What's the size?
Once again, they run with Mixon.
Why?
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Yo,
Hands
just
on hips,
runs
heads
right
low.
through them.
It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten
Yeah,
from the word go.
Here's Kevin Huber now. He's been terrific so far. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. So the victory here for San Francisco. And they were buoyed by a big second.